Mogul Motivation, educating and empowering entrepreneurs 1 week at a time. Presented by True Stories Media. And I am your host, Antoine Twiz Taylor. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. I'm happy that you are back again, tuning in to another episode of Mogul Motivation. It's going to be another beautiful Wednesday for you. It's going to be a beautiful Wednesday for me. Game 3 of the NBA Finals comes on tonight. Golden State versus Cleveland. Golden State is up 2-0, and they're going to go 3-0. That's what it's looking like, unless LeBron and company can really pull something out of their sleeve and, stop this juggernaut. And, it's very interesting because I grew up as a Bulls fan. I grew up in the golden era of basketball, the golden era for every young kid, because I grew up in the era of Michael Jordan. I'm from Chicago, Markham. The Bulls were the dominant team in the 90s. 2 3-peats, Michael Jordan, greatest player in the world of all time. And I wanted to be like Mike, just like everybody else wanted to be like Mike. So I grew up a little spoiled in the sense that as a Bulls fan, we always got our way. So as I got older, from the Baby Bulls era to the Derrick Rose era, I began to hate LeBron James because we could not get past LeBron James. LeBron James has dominated the Eastern Conference pretty much most of his career. One can argue. He's been to the finals 7 straight years. He's the main reason why Derrick Rose and company could not get to the finals in 2011, Derrick Rose's MVP year. As a Bulls fan, I hated LeBron James for that. I couldn't stand LeBron James. I couldn't stand the Cleveland Cavaliers. I couldn't stand the Miami Heat because we could not beat them. My hate for LeBron James was strictly from the standpoint as a basketball fan and as a competitor. But as a person, I don't hate LeBron James. I have nothing against LeBron James as a person. He's a great guy. He does a lot of great things for the community. He came from nothing, a poor black kid from Northeast Ohio, to become the best basketball player in the world and will go down in history as one of the all-time greats. I can't hate on that. He has great business acumen. He's going to follow the likes of Michael Jordan, Magic Johnson, and Kobe Bryant as one of those basketball greats who become a business mogul after they retire. He's going to become that. I can't hate LeBron James as a person. However, there are so many people out there who do hate LeBron James as a person. He was just a victim of vandalism. His home in Los Angeles was vandalized. A racial slur was spray painted on his home in Los Angeles just before the finals started. A lot of people out there seriously hate LeBron James as a person, and it's mind-boggling to me that people hate someone because they are great. Chance the Rapper, another Chicago native, just donated $1 million to the Chicago public school system, a public school system that has been in turmoil for years. Donated $1 million out his pocket, and people hated him for that. Many of the people were black people. They hated him for that. Ladies and gentlemen, it's amazing because in this social media era, people are going to hate you for being great. You have to understand this. When you're building your business, when you're going after success, when you're going after wealth, when you're trying to elevate your life, people are going to hate you. It doesn't matter how many good things you have done. It doesn't matter how many people you have helped, no matter how many people you have put on, no matter what your intentions are, people are going to hate you. It's going to happen. You need to prepare yourself for it right now. You need to embrace that hate because it's coming. If they don't already hate you now. Because I guarantee you, people are in the beginning stages of hating you now. You ever notice a lot of successful people cut themselves off from people that they used to be connected to in the past? And growing up, I used to look at it from the perspective of, oh yeah, they phony. They don't want to come back to the hood. They don't want to give back to the people who was with them in the beginning. But as I'm going on my journey, I've been an entrepreneur for 7 years, going on 8 years. I've lost a lot of friends during this time period. And it's not because I'm phony. It's not because I'm fake. It's not because I've changed. It's because greatness makes mediocre people uncomfortable. You see, when people see that you're elevating, when people see that you're constantly progressing, you're going from point A to point B to point C to point D, and they're still at point A, they can't handle that. They can't handle that because There's many reasons for that. It's either they just don't have it in them or they're lazy. They don't want to put in the work. They don't want to become consistent enough to progress and elevate their own lives. Because that's the big difference between successful people and non-successful people. It's the consistency. It's the work. The fact that are you willing to put in the work constantly, every single day to achieve the things you want to achieve. And most people aren't going to do it. That's why going to work, working a 9 to 5 is so easy for many people. Many people don't even bother to create a side business or a side hustle. Working 9 to 5 is very easy because literally all you have to do is show up. All you have to do is show up for that 8-hour period and you're going to get paid for that. You don't have to do any work, any substantial work, anything of substance. You don't have to do that. People hate greatness. When you begin to build your business and generate more money, so if you only made $10,000 one year, but 3 years later you made $80,000 a year, and then 2 years after that you make $500,000, and then years after that you make $5 million, and you keep growing, and all the people you was connected with are still working a 9 to 5, making the regular old salary, that regular old hourly wage. They're gonna hate that because they're gonna look at it as if you're obligated to help them. And you can help people. You can always bring people with you. You can try to give them opportunities. But a lot of people, again, aren't going to want to do it because they don't have that perseverance. They don't have that willpower in them to put in the work. So therefore, they're going to turn their backs on you. They're going to call you phony. They're going to call you fake. They're going to say you haven't done anything for them, even though you probably have done many things for the community and you have intentions on doing things for the community. You have intentions on creating more jobs and more opportunities for people who are hungry just like you, who want to elevate themselves. Embrace the hate because the hate is coming. I want you to understand that you're going to lose a lot of friends if you haven't already. A lot of family members are going to alienate you. They're going to ridicule you. They're going to expect you to be their babysitter. They say more money creates more problems. I disagree with that. I believe more money creates a new level of problems. And you have to be ready for it. When you generate that wealth, when your business becomes successful, when you're doing everything that you want to do, when you achieve your dream career, the hate is going to be there from all angles. And I don't want you to go crazy and make yourself miserable by trying to please other people. It's not your job to please other people at all. Your job is to provide for your family, create opportunities for other hungry people, and do everything that you wanted to do. Because if you try to please everybody and all the critics and all the naysayers, you're going to go crazy. You're going to drive yourself insane. You created this wealth. You earned this money. You built that business. You became everything that you wanted to become. So live the life that you want to live. As long as you're being a good person, a righteous person, doing your part to elevate your community and providing opportunities for people who truly want it, that's all that matters. Don't worry about the naysayers. Don't worry about the trolls because it's always going to be there. And it's going to constantly grow the bigger you become. No person of greatness, whether it's an athlete, a businessman, it doesn't matter what career you're in. No person of greatness got there by being loved by everyone. Everybody has a critic. Everybody from the top down has a critic. You're going to have critics too. So I want you to understand that, ladies and gentlemen, you have to embrace the hate because you're going to be great. It's just that simple. And the fact that you're great and everybody else is mad, let them be mad because you know the truth. Your circle knows the truth. God knows the truth. Whatever your faith is, the higher power knows the truth. And that's all that matters. So that's my message this morning, ladies and gentlemen. Continue to work. Continue to do great things. Continue to build that business that you want. Continue to earn money. Continue to generate wealth for yourself and your family. Continue to provide opportunities for other people who want those opportunities. Continue to strive towards your dream job. Continue to do everything that you want to do. Don't let anyone else deter you from that. Don't let anyone else make you feel guilty for wanting to have a better life. Let them stay in their mediocre misery and let them stay where they at and continue to do what you can to create a better life for yourself, because you are great and the people will continue to hate. So imagine reality, continue to aspire higher, and until next week, ladies and gentlemen, embrace the hate. Don't let the hate consume you. Embrace it and leave it where it's at. Have a great day, ladies and gentlemen. I'll talk to you next week.